Your boy is exhausted. I almost did not get out of bed this morning. I've been busy recently, but hey, I had to come out here to give y'all some breaking news about the softball team and their season coming up in 40 seconds. Stay tuned. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Bowie State Sports Talk. I am your host, Jalen Sims. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, subscribe. It's free to do. Stop being stingy. But you gain a life from being stingy and selfish? Nothing. So like and subscribe. Appreciate it. Also comment. But yeah, how have y'all been, man? Y'all haven't seen me in like 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. Like I said, I've been busy working on finals, being 2018 LeBron James and my group project, my group finals that I had to do. There's been a lot going on. But like I said, this is the final episode of Bowie State Sports Talk for this semester. Hopefully I'll be back here in like August or September when school start back up. But I had to come just to give y'all some breaking news. Our first breaking news segment of the season. Of this season for Bowie State Sports Talk. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Breaking news. The softball team has two-peated the CIAA championship. Yes, they beat Claflin University once and again to win the CIAA championship. For those of you that forgot, this was the third matchup between these two teams. They faced off last season, this season, and the season before. Claflin won the first face-off in the championship. Bowie State won the last two. They successfully two-peated the CIAA championship. And what's funny is that this championship game happened on May 5th. Today is May 16th. Like, I'm breaking the news to y'all 11 days later. That shows how busy I've been. Hopefully y'all understand. But the softball team, they finished the season 20-23. They finished the regular season off strong. Their final 6 games of the season, they went 6-1. And I remember one of those games that I was watching, Jayla Hill. She hit a home run. That was her fourth home run of the season at the time. And not only was it a home run, it was an inside the park grand slam.
And that will get hit. And it looks like it will find green grass, and that might be a bases clearing triple. Oh no, she's going home. What a home run. Oh my goodness. We have now just seen it inside the park grand slam here at Bulldogs softball field.
Bases was loaded. She hit it, I think it was like to the out right field. Like literally all 4 people scored. She scored. And the 3 people on base scored as well. So that was like an inside the park grand slam, and I loved it. Like that was epic. I think that was like I was about to say that was probably the best play that I've seen. Ever since I started watching like these softball games last year, that was the best play that I've seen. But before I get to the playoffs, let's congratulate some Bulldogs. Linnea Henneberg, Akira Pullen, Jayla Hill, and Presley Braxton. They all made the all CIAA team. They made different teams. Also, I'll tell you what I mean. Jayla and Henneberg, they made the first all CIAA team. Pullen made the second all CIAA team, and Braxton made the rookie team. With Henneberg, she led the Bulldogs in total catches with 89 this season, 77 putouts, 7 assists, and she was a starting catcher for the Bulldogs this season. She also has a fielding percentage of 100 to go along with 5 caught stealing bases. And offensively, she did good this season as well. She had 23 hits, 14 runs, 6 doubles, and a triple this season. Now I'm not doing an award show this season for the team. God, that's how busy I've been. But if I was, I'll probably vote her for the most improved player. Probably. Jayla Hill, y'all heard that name a lot on here. So you're gonna hear a lot more next season as well. She led the Bulldogs and the CIAA with hits, as she had 46 this season. She had 9 doubles, which led the Bulldogs and the CIAA once and again. and she also got 2 triples and 4 home runs. Defensively, I would say she's been the best outfielder in the CIAA this season. Now, she recorded 64 catches and 59 putouts and a fielding percentage of 95%. And that's also a big increase for her this season, a big improvement. Like defensively, this season she improved much compared to last season. And once again, this is her second season in a row making an all CIAA team. But last season she only had 49 putouts and an 89% fielding percentage last season. So another big improvement for Jayla Hill. Kara Pullins, she scored 16 runs, 24 hits. She had 2 home runs this season. And Akira is a senior this season, so I'll be on the lookout for her. I don't know if she's returning next season. Like she got another year of eligibility left. Well, this was her final season. But if this was her final season, the Bulldogs just lost like a big piece to their team. She's like one of their best pitchers alongside with oh my God, I should know her name, with Lindsey George. So they're losing and she's like a key piece offensively. So they're losing a big piece if this is her last season. So that's something to look out for. But now onto the playoffs, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I did not watch a single second of the playoffs. That's how busy I've been. So I basically like just looked at the stat sheet, and I tried to find like some highlight on YouTube. So I don't know why I did that. I couldn't find it. So I pretty much just like looked at the stat sheet and looked on social media and whatnot to find what I see. But Bowie, they earned the number 3 seed in the CIAA, which meant they faced the number 2 seed, Fiasco State. Bowie State rivalry in every sport, literally. Like that's our weakness in football, our weakness in bowling. The Broncos, they got a chokehold on us. But for softball, we got a chokehold on them, losers. These two teams, they met earlier this season twice, and the Bulldogs lost both games, 4-6. And things started off good for the Bulldogs in this game. Jakaya, she got a nice hit that allowed 2 people to score and take a 2-0 lead in the first inning. In the third inning, the Bulldogs, they started to slip. They gave up 4 runs and they trailed 4-2. But fortunately for the Bulldogs, they didn't fall under pressure. They came back in the 6th and 7th inning as they went on to score 8 runs and win this game 10-4. They then faced the number 1 seed, Virginia State. Entering this game, Virginia State was 21-3. The Bulldogs faced them twice this season. They lost both games. So the Bulldogs was the heavy underdog. They went from Bulldogs to underdogs. Like I said, 21-3. And Virginia State beat them twice this season already. Bowie State was underdogs. But they won this game 7-6. The story of this game is that in the third inning, Jayla Hill hit a home run. That's her 5th home run in the season, and that's when directly after that, the very next play, Lindsey George hit her home run as well. That was the story of this game for me. But next game, the semifinals against Claflin University, the Bulldogs won 5-4, and this was a nail biter. Jayla Hill, she hit another home run in the first inning to take a 2-1 lead. She hit a home run. So in the CIAA playoffs, the Bulldogs played 4 games. She hit her home run in 2 of those games, but she didn't play in the finals. So first game, second game, third game, the 4th game was the finals. She didn't play in the 4th game. She only played the first 2 games. So really, she hit her home run in 2 out of the 3 games that she played, which is pretty crazy considering the fact that hitting a home run is like the hardest thing to do in sports. Because you hit it when it mattered most in 2 of the playoffs games. In the 5th inning, things were tied 4-4 until Kira Pullins, she hit the ball to the right side of the field. Braxton scored. The Bulldogs was able to hold them. The Bulldogs was able to hold Claflin scoreless for the 5th and 6th inning to make it back to the finals once and again. But Claflin, once they lost to the Bulldogs in the 3rd round, they dropped to the losers bracket. They beat whoever in the losers bracket. They made it back to the winners bracket and went to the finals to face Bowie State once and again. 3rd season in a row, Bowie State versus Claflin University for the CIAA softball champion. And we all already know who won. For the 2nd season in a row, the Bulldogs come on top, 11-8. The Bulldogs, they won this game in the 6th inning, to be honest, because they entered the 6th inning trailing 6-8, and they exited the 6th inning winning 11-6. 11-8. So they won this game in the 6th inning, and Boom, winning CIAA championship. But I want to touch on Jalen Hill a little bit more. I reached out to her yesterday to ask her a question. I should have typed it out in Google Docs, but I will. Here we go. Like I asked her what was clicking for her this offseason. Like I said, 2 home runs in 3 games, including 2 home runs, like a home run in back-to-back games in the playoffs. It's crazy. I kind of like that's like people always say, oh, regular season is cool, but you need to step up in the postseason. Like superstars is where the postseason is where superstars are made. I think she made herself a superstar in the postseason, right? And she said, I was really focused on playing for the seniors. I saw what the energy was like last year, and I had to keep it going. I prepared for this moment, and I'm glad I was able to produce. Now, like I said, she only played in 3 out of the 4 CIAA playoffs games. She missed the championship game against Claflin. And I asked her what happened. Why was that? She said she got hurt in the semifinals game. See, that mean in the championship game and in the NCAA playoffs, the Bulldogs didn't have Jalen Hill, who's arguably their best offensive player. Only person giving her competition, I would say, is Lindsey George. But then again, I would say Jalen Hill is Jalen Hill is their best offensive player. Lindsey George might give her competition here and there. But yes, the Bulldogs was without their best offensive player in the CIAA championship game and in the NCAA playoffs. So keep that in mind going forward. That's when I'll read the last question afterwards. But, once you win the CIAA championship, you make it to the NCAA playoffs. So the Bulldogs, they was named the 8th seed in the NCAA Atlantic region, meaning they would go on to face the number 1 seed, East Strasburg, again. For those of you that don't remember, last season, this exact same thing happened. The Bulldogs won the CIAA championship, made it to the NCAA playoffs, was named the 8th seed, and faced the 1st seed, East Strasburg, last season. Last season, the Bulldogs lost 2-6. This season, the Bulldogs lost 1-11. History repeats itself. History repeats itself. Good God. They then dropped down to the losers bracket and lost to Shippensburg and got sent home once and again. Same cycle as last year. Win the NCAA. Win the CIAA championship. Make it to the NCAA playoffs. And go 0-2. And call me a hater, but I'm no longer only impressed with the CIAA championship. Last season was cool. It was their first time winning that since I forgot, and making it to the NCAA championship make it to the NCAA playoffs since I forgot. That's how long it's been. But this season, I had expectations. Not gonna lie, it's they kind of surprised me winning the CIAA championship. I was sleeping on them, but they won it. I still want them to make some noise in the NCAA playoffs by winning at least one game. If they lost to East Strasburg, the number 1 seed, drop to the losers bracket and beat Shippensburg, then lose again in the winners bracket, I would prefer 1-3 over 0-2. I would have been impressed if they beat Shippensburg in the losers bracket, made it back up to the winners bracket and lost and got sent home. Because 2 seasons back to back, winning no games in NCAA playoffs, and y'all know what this kind of remind me of. Y'all remember how from 2015 to 2018, LeBron James on the Cleveland Cavaliers, they was running through the East. They make it to the finals and lose to the Warriors. Y'all huh? What that mean? The Bulldogs running through the CIAA, which is in correlation of the East. They make it to the NCAA playoffs, which is in correlation to the finals, and they lose. That's what this remind me of, really. They're winning their division, like the Cavs won the East division all the time. They make it to the finals, but the Bulldogs make it to the NCAA playoffs, and they lose. Hopefully, I see where I'm coming from, and I don't sound stupid, but And earlier this season, I don't know if y'all remember, but I literally said, I'm worried about the Bulldogs not beating these non CIAA teams, because that when the season started, the Bulldogs were facing Division II schools who weren't in the CIAA, and they was losing. I said, hello, if you want to make some noise in the NCAA playoffs, you're gonna have to beat these non-CIAA teams. Like, I pointed this out early in the season. I knew this was going to happen. It was going to come out to bite them. Yes, y'all can run through the CIAA, but if y'all want to make it far in the NCAA, you got to beat non-CIAA teams. So that's just what I've been noticing recently. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully I don't sound like a hater. If I do, oh well. This is something on my... I don't think it is. Okay, maybe I'm tripping. But my final question that I asked Yellow Hill was that 2 seasons in a row where y'all went winless in the NCAA playoffs, what do you think need to happen as a team, and just what do you need to do individually in order to win games in the NCAA playoffs? She said we need to focus with it being finals time. We're focused on our academics and are a little burnt out. So okay, cool. It is finals, like we do have finals, but I feel like just about every other college have finals around this time as well. But I don't hear East Stroudsburg making an excuse. I don't hear Shippensburg making an excuse. Like, I get where y'all coming from, because finals are exhausting. That's literally why I haven't recorded a podcast in like the past 3 weeks. Okay, the first week that I didn't record a podcast wasn't my fault. I wanted to come, but somebody was like, nah, not this week. Okay, cool. It was Torch Fest week. They was outside. I don't be outside. I was in my room chilling. So they wasn't ready to come open the door for me. Okay. But the 2 weeks after that, I was really busy doing finals. That's why I didn't record the episode. So I get where she's coming from as far as the finals and being drained out. But Bowie State isn't the only college that does finals. Every other college does finals as well. But I didn't hear them making an excuse. So I didn't tell her this, but I think that was like a bull crap excuse. I let it slide. I'm not about to sit there and argue with her. I respect her for like responding back to my messages when I ask her questions. Salute to her. Wish her nothing but the best. But I still think that's a petty excuse. Okay, that's it for the sports talk. Like I said, this is my last time talking to y'all until next semester, which I will be commuting. Cause yeah, I'm about to go bankrupt. Cause my mom taxing. But yeah, it is what it is. This summer, I don't really got much planned. It's my internship, work, try to make time to go bowling. And yeah, that's about it really. Anything else I want to talk about? Okay, I guess I'll talk about the Clippers a little bit. I don't know what to say about the Clippers, man. I don't. Like I had so many mixed emotions. Like after last season, when we lost, I don't think we made it to the playoffs last season. Did we? I don't think we did. But after last season, I literally said it's time to blow this up with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, because it's obviously not working. Well, actually, yeah, we did make it, because we played against the Suns in the first round. I remember we played against the Suns in the first round. Paul George got hurt. No, Paul George was hurt. He got hurt during the regular season and didn't play in the playoffs. And Kawhi Leonard got hurt after like game 2 and didn't play anymore. I literally said, yeah, it's time to blow this up. It's not going to work out. They decided to keep the team. I was like, okay, here we go. We started the regular season off pretty well this season. That's when we got James Harden. We was like 0-6 with James Harden. I was like, oh my God. Why did God have to make me a Clippers fan? That's when we went like 25-5 in the month of January and December. I was like, okay, maybe this won't work out. And things started going downhill. James Harden started playing like playoff James Harden. Playoffs came around. Kawhi Leonard hurt. Paul George, more worried about his podcast than he is hooping. James Harden, looking like playoffs James Harden. And Russell Westbrook. Where would I even begin with him? Like, I really think it's time to blow this up. I hope the Clippers don't give Paul George the max that he want. I hope he leave. I'm mad that we gave Kawhi Leonard the max, like his money. I want him to be gone too. Like, I literally just want to blow it up, kaboom, get rid of Paul George, James Harden, Westbrook, and Kawhi. Because it's not going to work out. It's not. Like the era is over of the old heads. It's clearly the time for the youngins. Anthony Edwards, Luka, Jokic. Not really that young because he been at least since 2014. But Jokic, it's their time. The super teams, the old heads, all time is over. But like, I can kind of understand from the business side of things why the Clippers won't blow it up and like keep Kawhi whatever, because I don't forget next season we're moving over to our own arena, and like, who wants their first season in their own arena to be a tanking season? You're not gonna sell tickets, nothing. So I get from the business side of things why the Clippers won't blow it up. But I still want them to blow it up. Forget the business. Steve Ballmer, you're rich. You'll be all right. If you lose ticket sales this season, you won't be broke. You'll be fine. You're like one of the richest owners in the NBA. Blow it up, please, because this is not going to work out. Now, if this work out, I'll come on here and apologize like a man, but it won't happen. So I don't have to worry about that. I'm safe. That's it for the Clippers, man. I'm really just pissed off. I am. As far as the playoffs, though, man, that boy Jokic is insane. His passes, like the way he be passing behind his back, not even looking really. I don't know, man. It's not looking good for the Timberwolves. I thought they was gonna. I didn't expect the sweep, but I didn't expect the Denver Nuggets to come back, take a 3-2 series lead, or the 2-2. Whatever it is, I just had the Denver Nuggets to come back in a snap of a finger. Like, I thought it was gonna be like maybe like Timberwolves in 5. In 4. Timberwolves in 6. But no, like the Nuggets like figured it out. Jokic locked in. It went from Anthony Edwards being the best player in the series to Jokic being the best player in the series. And Karl Anthony Towns, man, what is that guy doing? He shot like what, 2 for 12 last game? You say you're the best shooting big? Dirk would never. So, I'm not gonna lie. I think the Nuggets gonna do it again. I think they're gonna two-peat. They're about to beat the Wolves. Luka versus Jokic is gonna be in the same matchup. I like love to see. You know that they're not gonna be guarding each other. It's still gonna be in the same series. I'm here for it. But give me the Nuggets in 5. No, give me the Nuggets in 6. Celtics gonna beat the Knicks. It's gonna be Celtics versus Nuggets, which a lot of people called earlier this season. So that's really no surprise. Silly me, I called the Clippers. I called my bias called the Clippers to be in the finals. So there's that. But Celtics versus Nuggets in the finals. I want to take Nuggets because that Celtics are without Kristaps Porzingis. Not like he can guard Jokic anyway, because nobody can. But as much as I want the Nuggets to lose, I just don't see them losing. I don't. So give me the Nuggets in the finals. I think that's it for today's episode, man. I need to get back. I need to go eat. Finish like cleaning up my room. I'm about to move out, go home for the summer break. It's been a pretty good season of Bowie State Sports Talks. Oh, I was supposed to do like 2 more interviews before the season ends. But like I said, I've been busy. Haven't been able to come. I was supposed to interview 2 male basketball players, but too busy to do that. I saw the softball head Coach Ed in the cafeteria yesterday. I wanted to ask him, like, why can't y'all win in the NCAA playoffs? But I think that'd been kind of crazy to like see him and just ask him that out of nowhere. That's the first thing I asked him. So I ignored it. I let it go. I'm gonna try to get him back on for an interview next year, cause it's been like a while. Like since I last talked to him, they won. I was talking to him in the middle of the 2022 season. Since then, they won the championship that season, and they won the championship this season. So we have a lot to catch up on, a lot to talk about. His first time experiencing the CIAA. I keep on getting CIAA and NCAA mixed up. His first time experiencing the NCAA playoffs and whatnot. So I'm gonna try to get him back on here next season in Bowie State Sports Talks. But other than that, I've been your host, Daniel Sims. Have a great summer, because hopefully I will. See ya.